Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So this is a second session after we discussed about apple cider overdose consumption just now. Okay. Okay. This session I will discuss on the topic of microbiome or microbiota or microflora in our guts, in our digestive system. Okay. So microbiome is relating to the gene variation of our microbe inside our guts, right? Microbiota or microflora described as different the varieties of species and strains of bacteria, yeast, inside our guts, right? So actually microbiota and microbiome in our guts consists of the bad bacteria as well as the good bacteria, right? The good microbes, our friendly microbes, friendly bacteria or probiotic bacteria, as well as the pathogenic bacteria, the bad bacteria for us, right? So a healthy microbiome or a healthy or normal microflora is defined as we have a good bacteria, a good microbe that overgrow the bad microbe, right? Our good bacteria, our good friendly bacteria grows dominantly that suppress the growth of bad bacteria. That's the point. So how do we do about this, right? How to maintain at all time we have dominant good bacteria, right? Probiotic bacteria. There are around 70 to 100 trillions of bacterial cells in our guts, right? Compared to our cells in our body, around 15 to 50 trillions, right? So our gut bacteria much more higher, right? Much more rich in genetic, right, gene material compared to our cells, right? So these may give effect, a significant effect to our health as well, right? All people, all individuals have microbiome inside their gut as well as on their skin externally, even in your eyes, nose, your mouth, ears, right? Your armpits and everywhere, on your body, skin, externally, right? Okay, so these are the source where we get our microbiome inside our guts, right? Okay, so we may want probiotic bacteria to be dominant in our gut so that they will take care of our health, our body metabolism, our cell metabolism, right? Even obesity also can be related to our gut bacteria, right? If your gut bacteria is bad, right, not healthy, imbalanced, right, not normal, then we will get risk of obesity or even a metabolic diseases, right? We will get systemic inflammation also, right? If we have imbalanced microbiota inside our guts, right? So how do we maintain our good bacteria over bad bacteria, right? Okay, firstly, through our foods. Okay, our food is very important element to maintain the health of microbiome, right? Okay, type of foods, method of cooking, method of preparation of foods, processed foods that we take, right, regularly, right? And chemical additive, the synthetic artificial compound inside our food products, right? Like coloring, artificial flavoring, artificial sweeteners also would affect our good bacteria activities and uh, growth as well. So we have to eliminate or minimize, avoid, prevent from these type of foods. Right? Number one is highly processed foods that contains no macronutrients or very minimal micronutrients, including uh, vitamins, right? Fat soluble vitamin, water soluble vitamins, antioxidant, polyphenols, phenolic compounds, phenolic acids, right? Minerals, electrolytes, right? Micro elemental minerals, right? All these should uh, should exist in our foods. That is in whole foods only, not in refined processed foods, right? Okay, whole foods also contain the one compound that be the foods for our probiotics bacteria, right? This component is called prebiotics, or nutrient for the food for our good bacteria, right? This is considered as soluble fiber, right? Soluble fiber. So soluble fiber we can get from our plant-based foods of raw food, fresh foods, as well as minimally processed foods, minimally refined processed foods, right? To retain the soluble fiber and other micronutrients as well, right? So we have to take whole foods, right? This is rule number one, right? To take care of our good bacteria inside our guts, okay? Take whole foods, right? Of plant-based foods. I give you example. So you have to change from white table sugar to brown sugar, preferably organic, right? Brown sugar, or even better, molasses, raw cane sugar, jaggery cane sugar. All this contains prebiotic as well, right? Rich in antioxidants and minerals, right? Rice, we in Malaysia and as Asia countries, our foods mainly from rice. Okay, so rice of whole foods is either you eat brown rice or parboiled rice. I would suggest you to take parboiled rice, right? Because the minerals inside the rice could be absorbed mostly over 90%, right? Okay, if you want to take brown rice, no matter, you you should soak the brown rice overnight in cool water. Then tomorrow, the next morning, you just uh, pour out the water and wash the rice. Then you can cook for your lunch, right? Okay, so this will make your minerals more viable to your cells, right? You can absorb your minerals. Unless you cannot absorb your minerals, eh, calcium, iron, potassium, right, zinc, right, because they they have they are being bound to phytic acid naturally inside our grains. Okay, so then you need to take flour, right? Whole wheat flour, right? Whole wheat flour of organic, right? Organic ones, okay? Because in wheat product, wheat food, wheat biscuits, breads, bakeries, confectionaries, right? All these made from wheat, right? Wheat flour, okay? Wheat grains, right? Crackers should be organic, must be organic, because wheat product, wheat grains contains very high level of Roundup, right? Residual compounds, that is glyphosate, right? This is very toxic to our good bacteria. It will harm and even kill our good bacteria, okay? So our good bacteria also can synthesize, can make for us vitamin K2, right? Vitamin K1 contains in our whole foods, in the whole grains, green leafy vegetables, right? All these food, nuts, even nuts and beans also got K1, vitamin K1. So in our guts, vitamin K1 can be converted to vitamin K2 by certain species of bacteria, of our good bacteria. So to be absorbed into our bloodstream, vitamin K2 is very, very functional to our body, our organ, as well as our cells. It will take the calcium deposit in our soft tissues, right, in our knees, joints, even in our blood vessel wall, heart, right, brains, anywhere, right? So frozen shoulder, all tight neck, right? The inflammation in our vertebra, right? Facet joint pain, all these inflammation diseases caused by calcium deposit could be treated, could be taken care of by vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 could easily replace all this calcium deposit and bring them into our bones, so that our bones becomes more dense and more strong, right? Okay, it can stand with higher strength, right? So it prevent from osteoporosis. Okay, vitamin K2 will prevent us from osteoporosis, from heart disease, inflammation, frozen shoulders. It will treat the backbone diseases, inflammation, right? And facet joint pain, knee joint pains, right? All this caused by calcium deposit of inflammations in our soft tissues, maybe take care of vitamin K2. All right. Okay. Then you have to take all different varieties of prebiotic sources, okay, because one type of prebiotics would allow or enrich certain type of certain species of bacteria or good bacteria, right? So different type of prebiotic would promote the growth of different species, right? So we have barley, right, of beta glucan, right? Barley contains rich of beta glucan as prebiotics, right? Oat also beta glucan, right? But I think it's different, right? It will promote a different species of good bacteria. And even parboiled rice, brown rice, whole wheat also got their prebiotics, okay? And Arabic gum also uh, considered as the highest prebiotic, consists of prebiotic foods, right? Almanna or Arabic gum, Arabic gum, the sweet Arabic gum, even though it doesn't taste sweet at all, right? So Arabic gum, a raw one, Arabic gum, a raw one, consists of 80 to 85% soluble fiber or prebiotics, a special unique form of molecules of prebiotics. So don't forget to take Arabic gum, to enrich your probiotic bacteria in your gut, okay? It will take care of your digestive system from your stomach, small intestine, as well as your bowel, right? You will get a strong, good, and very efficient digestive system, right? Okay, so including fresh fruits and vegetables, right? All these contains soluble fibers, right? Apples, what is dragon fruits, all these contain rich prebiotics, right? And basil seeds, okay, basil seeds, chia seed also contain high level of prebiotics, soluble fibers, right? So you may want to include all this type of prebiotics foods in your daily menu, right? Okay, okay. How to prevent our good bacteria from being hurt or killed by our foods? Okay, number one, you have to prevent from taking highly refined processed foods, white sugar, white salt, white table salt, white oil or refined bleached deodorized oil, that is the vegetable cooking oil, and also deep fried foods you have to minimize, right? If you would to take deep fried foods, then you use extra virgin olive oil or red palm oil, 100% red palm oil, or virgin coconut oil, right? You may cook food moderately with moderate medium heat, and not too long, right, until the foods becomes dark and produce acrylamide, right, and high level of AGEs or ages compounds that is very detrimental to our health, right? So you need to minimize or avoid from deep fried foods, right? The best, avoid. But if you may want to include occasionally, once a month or once for fortnightly, right, or once for weekly, then you should use extra virgin olive oil or red palm oil. This is considered as unrefined cold processed or cold pressed oil, cold pressed vegetable oil. Okay, this oil is this type of vegetable oil contains micronutrients and high level of polyphenol, antioxidant, right? That is good for our gut as well as our blood vessel, cardiovascular, right? Okay, and minimize or prevent from deep fried foods. Okay, avoid from foods product that contain artificial additive compounds, that is artificial coloring, artificial flavoring, and artificial sweeteners, aspartame, sucralose or nano sugar as well. You may need to avoid all these additives, artificial additives in our food products, right? Because all these artificial chemicals, right, would hurt our good bacteria inside our gut. Okay, this is very important, right? Okay, then you may add in your menu, in your daily diet, of probiotics foods. Just now we discussed on prebiotic, that is the food for the good bacteria. Probiotic is the good bacteria itself in our foods. For example, yogurt, kefir, kombucha tea, right, and so on, right? All these fermented foods rich in probiotics bacteria, right, to enrich good bacteria in our guts, right? Especially after taking antibiotics or any chemical drugs lah. Even you take Panadol, painkillers, steroids, you may want to replace the depleted or hurt good bacteria with probiotic foods, right? Okay, I like so much to take laban. This is Arabic dish for sour milk. It is made from yogurt, but take out the liquid water from the yogurt, right? So this one also very good for your digestion and for your good bacteria inside your guts. Okay, so this good bacteria actually would take care of many things for our benefits, for our health as well. They will cater toxic compound that sits in our foods, right? The ages, advanced glycation end products, and many other toxic compounds can be neutralized by our good bacteria, right? Because they produce enzymes that will change these toxic molecules into a non-toxic form of molecules, right? So number 2, our microbiome could produce or synthesize B vitamin, B complex vitamin. All 8 elements of B complex vitamins can be produced by our good bacteria in our gut. That's why we need to have as much variety as possible of good bacteria inside our guts. They are expected in a healthy gut of a person, there should he should have has around 15,000 of species and strains of good bacteria, right, inside the guts, right? 15,000, right? So we may want to include variety of health foods, whole foods, right, that contains different types of prebiotics molecule, soluble fiber, right? That we discussed just now, right? To promote different types of different species of and strains of good bacteria inside our guts, right? To promote their growth, right? Healthily. Okay. And also, just now we have said that certain type of bacteria can convert vitamin K we get from our whole foods to K2. That is very beneficial, very healthy to our body, right? And also, with good bacteria, we are able to be strong, healthy, robust, and very energetic, right? And almost free of diseases, either metabolic diseases or inflammatory diseases, right? That is most people in modern now have, right? They got all type of metabolic diseases, right? Diabetes, high blood pressure, cardiovascular, cholesterol, stroke, right? So with good bacteria, optimum health, good bacteria in our gut will take care of metabolic as well as inflammatory diseases, right? Okay, so we could be resistant to diseases, inshallah. All right, so I think that's all for now, right? Please subscribe, like, or share for the benefits of others as well, right? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.